Live on Twitch. Welcome everyone. This is Talking Tech with I'm George, and this is
Todd.
I gotta remember. I have to point towards the printer because that's you.
That's
Printer's
all right.
over here. So how's your week been?
Uneventful, the way I like it.
How
Aside from all the school closure stuff, that's about the only thing that's happened this week.
so how are the kids liking that?
They like being home, so they love it. As far as I know, it's canceled again for tomorrow.
When was the last time they went to school?
Well, my son was off for a week because he was sick, and then we sent them back Thursday. They closed it Friday, and it's been closed since last Friday. So,
Well, 2 days it'll be a week.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Wow, that's. I wonder if they'll have to make those days up.
Who knows? We have snow days and shit for that, We didn't get any snow this year, so I'm sure it's accounted for.
Yeah, well, I think they're only allowed 3, though.
Who
In
knows?
Ohio, it's 3.
Yeah.
Because they used to have, like, a week. And then they passed a law and said, no.
My nephew was telling me something to the effect of, "What's up, Caliber?"
He wants you to love him.
Yeah. My nephew was telling me he's got like 40 teachers or something in his school that are saying they're not even going to show up. So I guess his school will be getting closed next.
Well, that is what it is. We have a show to do. So let's go ahead and run the intro. To our first story. Now, you and I talked about how much you'd pay for a gaming system.
Yep.
You wouldn't pay. What was the amount we came up to? What, 400?
Previously. Now, yeah. I mean, for my son or something, if he really wanted something, I might. But yeah.
So how would you feel about $360,000?
I think the guy needs to have his head examined and probably, when they find it, remove it from his ass cheeks.
A rare Nintendo PlayStation, and that was a collaboration between, so it is rare, Nintendo and Sony.
I was never aware of this console.
Yeah, and they only produced 200 of them.
Yeah.
So they're super rare. And that's why this was, darn it. That's why this went, sorry about that, went for so much at auction. But I thought that was pretty wicked. Yeah. Like you say, what'd you say, take his head out of his ass? For paying
Goes
that
for
much?
about 500K. Well, like I got a deal on it then.
Yeah.
It's a fucking paperweight.
Well, nowadays, yeah, it is literally paperweight. You remember the TurboGrafx?
Nope.
That was a gaming system a long time ago. They actually had, it was inspired by arcade machines at the time. Well, the Konami was coming out with a mini version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you want it for Christmas, you might get it, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it. Because, yeah, it's just like everything else, it's delayed.
Yep.
But that was a cool system for its time. It had really good graphics, and like I say, it was Konami. It was based on their arcade machines.
Okay.
And last week we talked about when was the next show, and I said E3.
Yeah, we were talking about probably going to get canceled.
Dun, dun, dun.
Officially
E3 is
canceled.
officially now canceled. So the next one they say that's coming up is Gamescom, as far as the gaming conventions go. But
Mhm.
I'm not sure that E3 is actually really relevant anymore.
I don't know. I feel like everyone's already streaming their own shit now and kind of pulling out of the conventions.
Yeah, because I mean, Sony was not in the convention center. They had their own
Yeah.
separate thing.
Yeah.
So did Microsoft.
Huh.
I mean, it was done at the same time as E3, but they were, like across the street, or you had to go somewhere else for Sony and Microsoft.
Probably because they didn't want to pay the buy-in for whoever was hosting it.
Well, they're big enough too; they could do their own thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Why pay them when they can probably get it cheaper and house their own event?
Yeah. Well, they could also do their own timeline. Do
Right.
their own schedule instead of
Well, they
following.
are. Yeah, they are the slot. They don't have to wait for a slot.
Right. Now, what do you think of this latest move? What's Calbrick saying? Microsoft has
They're building next door to the convention center.
Okay, thank you. What do you think of GameStop's latest acquisition here? Former Nintendo exec joins GameStop's board of directors.
Don't think it matters one iota.
I hate to say it, but I totally have to agree with you because everything's a launcher now.
Yeah, they're just sticking bubble gum in the holes of the ship.
All the stores are virtual.
Yeah.
Like I think I told you, I may have mentioned this. The last game I bought, I went to Target. I bought Call of Duty World War II, and it came in a jewel case, a CD case, and it had two pieces of paper in it. It had a manual, and a piece of paper said, "Download this download, install Steam, then put this code in, and you'll download the game."
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, the last time I went to a GameStop, it was to buy these gaming glasses, and I walked in, and the place was like a fucking wasteland. There was nobody in there, and even this shelves and shit were bare. It's like they're not keeping up with anything. They're on their way out.
Yeah,
They might have another year left, maybe.
well, that's the thing is nothing. You don't get a physical game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You get this thing that says, go to this store and put in this code, and then it'll let you download the game.
The only chance in hell they have is that these consoles take off, these new ones, and that they're not digital content related.
Well, from what I understand, they're going to have a CD drive or a DVD drive of some sort.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean. But I'm saying, like a year ago when I bought World War II, they already weren't including a disc.
Right.
Even when you went to the store to buy it. Now, if I decide I don't want World War II anymore, which technically I haven't played it in a long time, how do I sell it? I can't.
Yeah, that was the only thing that they had. The reason why they took over, got so big so fast, was because you could sell it to them and trade it, and then they stopped giving you stuff for it. And then every time you went into one of their stores, it was predatory tactics of trying to upsell this and upsell that, and people just stopped going.
Yep. Put a bad taste in their mouth, they may not come back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you read up on our next story? Google location data leads police to investigate an innocent cyclist.
Yeah, the guy apparently passed the crime scene 3 times on his bike route, which looks suspicious to them, which is why they went after him. And then supposedly he got an attorney. The attorney, he had a week to block them from being able to get all of its public information, or at least having his stuff become public information. And then the cops apparently found somebody else to pin it on, and then he wasn't a suspect anymore.
Yeah. That's because everybody says GPS is accurate. It's accurate within 30 feet. That doesn't mean that, I hate to see somebody convicted of a crime, you know, solely based on that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the cops are just trying to live up to the fucking hype of all the TV shows. I mean, you see all this CSI and shit, and public opinion, people think, oh, they could already do all this stuff. The reality is, half the shit you see on TV, they can't do.
Right. The technology doesn't exist in that way, in that form.
Yep.
And, in a lot of ways it shouldn't. But to FCC news, the FCC to require anti-robocall tech after voluntary plan didn't work out.
This one I liked. This one I would love to see done. Strictly because I'm tired of fucking the overseas calls and all the people that are dumb enough to fall victim to the scams. Just don't even let them dial in.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing, is, a lot of companies were on board with it, and implemented what they needed to, but there are a lot of companies that said, no,
Yep.
we're not going to do it. Well, that's the only way things are going to get done in this country. You got to say, hey, here we go, pass the law.
Yeah.
That's the way it gets done. Because being nice is, please do this for us. No, fuck you, no.
Yeah, they make it a law. They need to. I don't understand why by now it's just not common knowledge that this shit goes on. I mean, I guess there's still old people that don't use the internet.
Well,
Older than you.
well, here's, that was the thing is, if you don't know that the IRS wouldn't employ people in India to call you for collections.
Yeah. That's cool. That's another way to get those jobs back over here because they can't dial in, can't harass anybody.
Yeah, they just move those jobs back. They'll just be here instead of. Oh,
yeah.
What the actual fuck?
And then maybe there's companies that buy up debts and try to, for pennies on the dollar, and try to sell it. Try to get you to pay them to get their money back 300% overboard. Maybe they'll eliminate those shithole companies too.
Well, that would be nice, but you sever one head, two heads pop up.
Maybe.
How would you like to have your medical records on your smartphone?
No.
Yeah, want medical records on your smartphone? Federal judge just made it easier. This has got to be. The thing that upset me about this, they said institutions can't restrict sharing screenshots and videos of records, as that is called information blocking, which some systems are doing because of alleged proprietary intellectual property.
Right.
My X-ray is my X-ray. I paid for it. It's not
Through the
your
nose.
property. It's mine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the part that gets my blood boiling. I wouldn't want, to have. All people have to do then is steal your smartphone.
Yep.
Then they get your medical data. And there's got to be. My point is, there's got to be a happy in between.
No, it's the right to privacy thing. Like if you're sick, it's your right to know it. Nobody else deserves to be able to hack that information. Just, having access to it on your phone is just another door.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of doors, defense contractor CPI knocked offline by ransomware attack.
The thing that got me with this article is the fuckers paid it. They paid $500,000 to get the key, and they still aren't back online.
Exactly, and the way this article describes their systems, it's all set up under one domain. So they were, and guess what? It was a user at the highest level of privileges.
Yeah, click something that he wasn't supposed to click. Dum-dum.
Yeah, generally when it's...
Oh, look! A cute little cat video.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, too. Oh, I will click this picture of this little kitty.
The irony is the amount of money they have, they'll track the source, and then they'll just fucking fly a UAV over their house and drop a fucking missile on them.
They deserve to have it done.
No, I agree.
Now, you had some reservations on this next article. We're not going in it from the way this article does, but proposed
Right.
U.S. law is a Trojan horse to stop online encryption. And I totally agree with that headline. And yes, bad people use encryption in bad ways.
Sure.
That's going to happen. But when you have a back door like on this, that back door turns into a revolving door.
Mm-hmm.
Then what do you have? No problem.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know, if and especially, let's say you're a company, and it doesn't matter what company it is, you have trade secrets. Well, how do you keep those secrets? If there's a back door in everything.
Yeah.
Because if you think only the government is going to have access to that back door,
Well, there's already a back door and everything. People just got to find it.
you know, you're sadly mistaken. But this is the one that they're going to have like a big, entrance sign on it
Yeah.
now. They won't have to go looking for it. They'll know exactly where it is
Right.
and how to be able to decrypt it.
Right.
They just don't understand. They don't get it.
Well, it's because the people writing the laws and making these proposals have not even a basic understanding.
Yeah, and it's always think of the children.
Yeah.
And we all are parents, so
Mm-hmm.
regardless if you are or not. But in this country, in the U.S., we're fighting to have the right to repair our phones and stuff.
Sure.
Right. These things aren't cheap. They don't need to, just because the battery dies, I have to buy a new $1,000 phone.
Yep.
Bullshit. So, so maybe Europe has it right. European lawmakers propose a right to repair for mobiles and laptops. I hope they get this through. I hope they.
It's mainly directed at Apple.
Yeah.
I mean, Apple's the biggest offender. But then again, like I said, I was talking about that tractor, John Deere, same thing. Farmers can't even work on their own shit anymore because everything's tied to a computer. You need special software for the diagnostics, and even the people that they have in their network that can do it. This shit's obscenely expensive.
Well, here's the downside of that. Think of harvest season. That's maybe 2 to 4 weeks a year.
Yep.
If your tractor's down and it's going to take them 3 weeks just to get to you, what the fuck are you going to do?
Yep. All for their proprietary software.
Yeah, so it's a cash grab.
Yep,
It's a
that's all it
blatant
is.
cash grab. There's no reason that a computer needs to be in there.
Yep.
Maybe for fuel efficiency, but there's no reason to tie it down so that it doesn't run.
But everything's been going that way. I mean, shit, I had a truck when the sensors in the exhaust. There was nothing wrong with the truck, but the sensor thought there was, so the truck wouldn't run. Shit, just disconnect the sensors.
Yeah, it's getting past the point of ridiculous, and this is starting to get me why this keeps disconnecting. Sorry about this, but technical difficulty.
Stream looks good.
No, it's the tablet I use to control the OBS.
Gotcha.
It's disconnecting for whatever reason. But there we go. Onward and upward. Hackers are targeting, finally, other hackers by infecting their tools with malware. I kind of laughed at this one.
Yeah, except for the fact that then they have access to the hacker shit plus everything they've hacked. That's some pretty malicious shit. It's like they're lazy, so they're just letting other people do the work for them.
Yeah, but I still thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, vicious cycle.
Yeah. Well, last week we talked about good old Jack and Twitter.
Dorsey, yeah.
So this week we have
He's there to stay.
yeah, Dorsey to remain Twitter CEO after all. I think he's doing a good job. I mean,
I don't know nothing about the man. Up until last week, I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
was it last week or the week before? I think we first talked. I think it was the week before we first talked about him.
I don't know.
May have been.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, so you getting ready for tonight? I hear it.
Tonight as far as what?
I hear what you just popped. There we go.
I was supposed to stop on the way home and grab more beer, and then I realized I forgot my fucking wallet at home. So yeah, I've got this one and one left in there.
Oh no!
So it's gonna be a slow night for that.
Oh no!
It's all right.
When you were growing up, did they have computers in libraries?
Yeah, we had computers in classroom.
Okay, but
my first computer is a Mac something or other, had Oregon Trail on it. Never forget it.
But the
used to fight each other to play on the fucking thing.
There you go. Look at Calibrix.
Beer run while you guys Skype, man. Yeah, now I got my kids and my son fell asleep with the ballet thing, so I had to carry his ass out to the car. I don't feel like carrying him around the store and carrying out a 12-pack. Shoulders bother me.
You'd leave them out in the car.
No, can't do that shit. Yeah, kids from you.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that, but
yeah.
His libraries could preserve ebooks forever, but greedy publishers won't let them.
Why the fuck do libraries even still exist?
So if there's a book you want to read, but not necessarily buy, you could go to the library, pick it up, and get it. Read it.
But aren't they
give it
digital?
back.
All books are digital now.
Not all.
No.
No. And here's the thing that the article touches on. I mean, I feel bad for these libraries because in order for them to get and use these books, okay, they have to pay out the wazoo for a book that would cost you $15 to purchase cost them like $50, and they're only allowed to lend it out, and that's for one virtual copy of this book.
So how the fuck do free libraries survive? I guess they're all just socially funded.
Libraries have always been socially funded by
Get rid of them.
tax dollars. Well, and that's the thing that's how a lot of people learn is by a library.
Fucking, it's all on the internet, man.
Well, library's free, internet, yeah, and you could go to the library and get online.
I remember hearing something that the MIT school, every fucking form of literature that you get from that school, you can find online for free.
Usually, colleges like that, the professors are the ones that write the book.
Yeah.
So they make you buy their book.
Yeah, but I feel like, everybody that goes to college, you pay this fucking tuition, but you would probably do well if you didn't have to pay for it and you went and found every piece of information you could on it yourself and absorbed it that way.
Oh, you mean like what we do, pretty much?
Realistically, I mean...
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Why do you need to pay some tuition fee to have somebody fucking spoon feed you their version? They're selecting what they think is right. And that's the thing, my biggest problem with just published shit in general. You show me one article, I'll show you another article that contradicts it. Who's right?
Well, you could usually figure out which one's right by the...
Well, come on, even growing up in school, there was fucking 9 planets. Then all of a sudden Pluto didn't fucking matter anymore. What the hell's going on here? Now they got to rewrite all the textbooks and fucking scribble that shit out?
No, it's still planet. We just said, okay, yeah, even though it's too small to be a planet, we're still
I
counting
thought it was outside of our realm of solar system or some shit. I don't even remember what the fucking details.
Well, when they started down that rabbit hole, they got a lot of pushback, and then they just said, well, okay, we'll just leave it. It's fine. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Holy cow. Look at chat.
I found all my textbooks online. Didn't have to pay $500 in books. There you go, son. Some teachers are sponsored by a company, and some people are just company sponsors.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's true. Now, you remember, what was it, about 2 years ago? Everybody was buying the Fire Sticks and putting...
Yeah, they had Roku boxes, everything else. Kobe boxes.
Cody boxes, yeah.
Kobe, whatever the fuck.
Cody. Well, guess what? Now, the copyright lobby calls out Plex for not doing enough to stop piracy.
Yeah.
It's a media player, just like Cody is, and they're still around. You can still, work that angle if you want. But the thing is people want the reason people are attracted towards these things
Because they don't want to fucking pay for everything under the sun. Nobody can afford that shit.
well
And the reason why they will never get copyright under handle is because everybody does it. Everybody uses the shit. Everybody listens to the music and shit for free, watches the TV shows for free. And if they got one person, they have to get everybody, and they don't have the resources to do it. Shit, they can't even get fucking illegal immigration under control. How are they going to get everybody who watches pirated shit?
well here's the thing too, is people want their media delivered to them in the way they want, not the way that some corporate more
That on-demand stuff.
yeah. I mean,
They don't want to wait till 8, 9 o'clock when they say, yeah, we're going to run this now. No, motherfucker, I'll go online and I'll watch it right now.
well, and here's the thing. If you, let's say you go out and you bought it, okay? You legally downloaded it, whatever. You can put it on your Plex server. It's not just accessible by your computers in your home. You can configure it that, you put it on your phone. You could watch it on a tablet. You could watch it wherever you're at. You could configure Plex so that you have access to your whole library from wherever you're at. And you've already bought it. Let's say you've bought it. You already paid for it. You just want to use it. You want to listen to music or watch a movie when you want to watch it.
Right.
You bought it.
I hear you.
These guys get under my skin.
Well, they want to take us back to the day of paying 10 cents a text message, man.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I remember that shit. Bullshit.
They're making a shit ton of money, phone companies, way back when.
Well, they're still making a ton of money. Don't let
Not
them
as
kid you.
I don't think as much as they were.
No, because you got to realize the thing is they say, oh, competition. There's no competition. There's 3. That's
Oh,
it.
there's definitely competition. Come on,
No.
you know how many bills that I got where I was like, motherfucker, I ain't paying this shit. You know what? I'm just gonna go to Verizon or whatever the fucking biggest one at the time was. They were promoting on their commercial, and they'd be like, oh, we're gonna waive this fee this month, and we'll get your bill down to what you want to pay.
No, what I mean is you don't have competition because all you have all these brands, Metro, PCS, and all these other brands, but they just go off of, they're owned by someone else. They're owned by Verizon.
Oh, Metro's T-Mobile.
Or, T-Mobile.
It's knowing who they are.
Yeah.
I would never call up T-Mobile, who I have my phone through, and say, fuck this shit, I don't like this bill, I'm going to Metro. You got to know who owns what.
Yeah, and that's it's like when I worked for Delphi Packard a long time ago. Pontiac, Chevy, Chrysler, Cadillac, or not Chrysler, Cadillac, Buick. That's all General Motors. All you have is these brands. That's all they are. It's under the umbrella GM. That's all. Well, I'm gonna fuck you, GM. I'm not gonna buy a GM branded truck. I'm gonna buy a Buick branded truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like most of the people that get angry, it's not at the actual manufacturer, it's at the dealer. The dealer gets all the shit.
Hmm. Oh, I can't tell you how many times at work, you know, my fridge broke. Should have lasted me 20 years. It only lasted me 10.
Yeah.
It's all they last now. Well, I'm never buying this brand. I'm not buying this from here ever again. Well, fine. Go to Lowe's, buy the same brand, then tell me about it 10 years later.
I'm getting on that level now. I got 2 fucking heaters and air conditioners to replace.
To
Looking at like
replace?
$20,000 bill. Yeah, they're on their last legs, man. They're
Ouch.
12 years old.
Mine's older than that. Mine was put in
That
85.
they don't make shit like they used to.
You ain't kidding that. So, what did you think about Amazon starts selling Amazon Go technology to other businesses?
I didn't look at this one. I don't know what that is. What's Amazon Go?
No cashier at all. You walk into the store, you get what you're getting, and you walk out.
Yeah, that'll fly.
Literally.
I mean, I like, yeah, I do like that idea better than this fucking self checkout shit. If I wanted a fucking job as a goddamn cashier, I'd have one.
Oh, I don't disagree.
That pisses me off. And then I hate, like, I used to have to go to Home Depot all the time. And there's never anybody at the fucking registers. I don't want to sit there and bag up my own shit. That's why I go to a cashier.
Right.
Fucking make you do the work? No. Fuck that. Because every time, take it out of the bag. Well, put it back on the counter. It's the wrong weight or something's fucking wrong. You have to sit there, wait for the fucking wonky ass hole who's standing at the front that's working 4 other registers with people that don't know how to use this shit. Come over, reset it, do it again. Fucking put it in there. Fucking take it back out. Fucking light starts blinking. You're looking. That is enough to drive a sane man insane and turn him into a thief all in the same shot. Fucking deal with those registers, walk out with the shit.
Yeah. Well, and could you, where do you think that, well, here's the thing, is, let's say we owned a store. And you just walk in, grab whatever, and walk out. It's all done through Amazon, so guess who gets all that data besides us?
None of the stores anymore around here have those little fucking poles at the doorway anymore. They removed them all.
Oh, for thieves?
Security devices, yeah. They got rid of them all. Last store I went to, I hadn't seen any in there. It's crazy. They're all gone.
That must be a PA thing, because Ohio, they're still here.
No, we don't have them anymore. Well, what it is now, the little sirens are on the expensive shit. So you have to have somebody remove it. That's the other thing. You go to self-checkout. How you rip the fucking sensor off, let the thing go nuts, scan it, and go?
Now that you need somebody to
take it off.
Well, in the cashierless store, they're going to know you picked up. Here's the thing. Somebody tried to see if they could steal from the store.
Yeah.
And what they did was they took an avocado and a banana, a single banana. They went to the restroom and set the banana down. Didn't put it back. They just set it down, right? They walked out of the store. They were charged for the avocado and the banana.
Oh yeah.
I think if he would have put it back, they said if he would have put it back where it was, or
he wouldn't have been charged for it.
Yeah. But because he went to the restroom and they don't have a camera in that area, that's why he was charged for it.
Yeah, they probably thought he went to the bathroom to shove the banana up his ass.
He could have. But we already have one customer. Amazon's Just Walkout Tech is coming to airport stores in March.
I hear you, Kelly.
What did he say?
He says got to look at it from the company standpoint. They just want money and they don't want in the numbers.
Yeah, that's true. Kibo Express Gourmet Markets may be coming to a an airport near you, like foods and drinks and stuff.
Same thing. You just grab it and leave.
Yep, same thing. You just and it was funny because last week we talked about something with Amazon, or maybe we haven't covered this. I'm not sure. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't.
You know what's fucked up with this reach and grab technology? Could you imagine? You know how they got that predatory shit at the counter where it's all fucking candies at the fucking where you pay out to check out? This is for kids. So fucking kid grabs a ball, daddy gets charged for it. He puts it back.
There you go.
I'll have a fucking $4,000 bill for everything my kids touch in the store.
Yeah, that's true. Now, with the virus that's going around, Amazon plans to prosecute sellers for price gouging during the outbreak.
Yeah. I remember we did cover this.
We did cover it?
We talked about it. Well, they were talking about jacking up the prices on the masks and shit. And that they were...
Now they're going to prosecute them.
Then there was the phony cure-alls or whatever else. They're removing that stuff too.
Yeah, the snake oil.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is a good thing. And Tim Cook is encouraging remote work at Apple global offices due to the virus. Google's doing the same thing. Microsoft's doing the same thing. All the tech companies are pretty much doing the same thing.
Which is hilarious because Amazon and all of them, they're spending all this money on all these new facilities and stuff. For what? They spend like billions of dollars to build these buildings to send people home? Why don't they just fucking have people work from home to start with?
That's exactly, I think, the point. Is you hit that on the head. Once these companies discover they don't need you to come into an office for you to be there, that they could have you just work from home. What's the point in you going to work? Going to a place to work. You could just work out of your house.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be more convenient for everybody. And they could pretty much hire just about anybody that has internet access and a PC and a phone.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, too, I mean, you could wear a suit and your pajamas all at the same time.
When you eliminate that travel cost to work, that wear and tear in the vehicle, they're going to look at it like, well, now we get to pay less money.
Exactly. Well,
all right, your paycheck's going to be something close to what we paid the Indians last week.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, in February, YouTube came out and said, if you talk about this virus, you're automatically demonetized. I don't know why I'm not saying the word, but because I'm not monetized on YouTube and Twitch doesn't care.
Yeah.
But YouTube will shortly start monetizing coronavirus videos following creator anger. I think that's a mistake.
It's already in their terms of service that you can't profit off of any fucking pandemic and shit like that. So yeah, it is a mistake. They shouldn't go back on that.
Well, here's the thing. In my feed, my YouTube feed, over this past week, what I've been seeing a lot of, all of a sudden these doctors are doing videos. Now, they may be honest, legitimate doctors.
I watch, and it's funny that you bring this up. I watch the Joe Rogan podcast pretty often, and every once in a while, he has some really intelligent people in there, and I like hearing their stories. The last one I saw was some fucking the sky is falling doctor asshole who's saying, oh no, this is so much worse than we're making it out to be. How can it get any fucking worse? We have people in Australia fighting over fucking toilet paper. Come on. It's not as bad as they're making it out to be. They need to just let everybody get it already so I can stop fucking hearing about it. I'm getting tired of hearing about the coronavirus. My kid's school's closed for 3 fucking days. Come on.
Well, Ohio schools are closed now. They're already starting to close Ohio schools now, too, for it.
It's all because of the elections, man. Anybody who thinks otherwise has their head up their ass.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. I'm sure. Every single year, man. Just look at the status quo. Well, just look at it.
I don't doubt that has something to play into it, but how do you prevent a pandemic? You keep people away from each other. So you close the schools.
It's already a pandemic because apparently it's worldwide. That's
Well,
the definition of a pandemic.
They go by number of deaths, and they did release the other day or yesterday that it's officially now a pandemic. But, like I said, wash your fucking hands. If I shake your hand, go use the sanitizer before you go touching your face. Guess what? You're not going to get it.
Fuck that. You shake my hand, I'm
I ain't touching that hand. I know where that hand's been.
yeah. I don't wash my fucking hands either. Just remember where that hand's been.
Oh boy. But we go to, remember Clearview?
I remember those douchebags.
Yeah, Clearview facial recognition app maker sued by Vermont. So in Vermont, they actually do have, apparently have privacy laws that say you're not allowed to do that shit. So now they're going after them.
Well, good. I hope they win, and I hope they put them out of business, and I hope it's the last time we have their name pop up in a fucking article.
Yeah, you, me both. Because you know what? I mean, this is stuff that I feel, and I'm sure you do too. It's important.
It is, but they don't need to be. I don't know, man. They're collecting too much data.
Speaking of too much data, at least 20 VPN and ad blocking apps with 35 million downloads actually monitored users' phones.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, that is.
Don't you think? A little too ironic.
Yeah. And here's the list of the apps: AdBlock Mobile, free and unlimited VPN, mobile data, monitor usage. And these things give you a little bit. I mean, the VPN app would be more useful than AdBlock app.
Yeah.
It's an ad blocker. I mean, doesn't have to be a huge thing that you need to put a ton of R&D into to make. But, we're giving you this program for free that cost us 15 minutes to make, and now we're going to scrape all your data. I'll put up with the fucking ads. I should have put this with the other story. Big Tech will pay its hourly workers even as full-time staff are staying home during coronavirus outbreak. Yeah, they're the ones that have the money. They can afford to do that shit.
I feel like I saw an interview with Bill Gates once where he said he always saved the majority of his money to pay employees when he didn't have any,
Now he's one of the richest people in the world, and still is, and hasn't worked for Microsoft for how long?
Something like that. Richest man.
Yeah, look at Calibrix's comment.
Biggest philanthropist. Sign me the fuck up. Yeah, but I'm sure that it's going to be like fucking homeschool work. They're still going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Apparently the salaried employees are fucked. Is that what that says? Or they still get their check regardless?
Oh, salary, you get your check regardless. The hourly ones, they're fucked. Salary, regardless you work 40 or 60 hours, you get the same pay. Hourly, you don't show up to work. You're just not being paid. And I remembered this time.
Are you pointing in the right direction?
Yeah, I am. I remembered this time. What's glowing?
The sun?
The LEDs.
Oh.
I remember to turn them the fuck on today.
Oh, they're blinking and shit. I see it. Trying to give our viewers a fucking, what is it? A seizure?
You do the same fucking thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, I should turn on faster then. But, it's not talking tech without talking about Elon Musk's Starlink latency will be good enough for competitive gaming.
He gives me a boner.
TMI. TMI.
He's just an awesome dude, man. If you ever wanted to emulate anybody that's alive currently, it had to be him.
Yeah, but dude, he's not going to be into you. He's got like 6 kids, Something
Oh,
like
I
that.
don't give a shit. I didn't say I wanted to do something to him with the boner. I just said he gives me a boner. Different.
But only in rural areas. And he's also saying that his Starlink isn't going to be a competitor to like local internet. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing. It's the same basis.
You're using the inferior product. Admit it.
Don't you have to pay for slobs?
No, it's free.
All right. Well, we should be back on.
We're back online. I can see both our ugly mugs.
There we go. Yeah, I just happened to look over and it was stuck on the one screen. It's like, what the hell's this?
Yeah, he needs to upgrade the slobs. Get rid of that OBS Studio shit.
I have slobs, actually. I do. I have them both because I was going to try and help you out with something. I had to have it.
Alrighty.
There we go. But anyway, so you get a chub every time you see Elon Musk.
Yeah. See? It was so hard it killed your internet connection.
That's what it was. That's what it died.
I couldn't handle the girth.
Yeah. Well, how wouldn't that be a competitor to if it's low latency and it's available everywhere?
Because it's going to be bullshit. Satellite shit.
Yeah. Well,
It's good for pinging in a location, but it's not good for sending data. No way, no how.
Well, it's also saying that it's good for competitive gaming. Maybe that's just hype.
Pop. They're gonna bring back pop. There's no fuck. You never convinced me that it's gonna be fast enough. They're just not there.
They're talking about 20 milliseconds lag. So
it fucking rains, DeLuca, and DirecTV goes off.
Well, these are in the lower orbit. I'm not sure what they consider lower orbit. I don't know. Just saying. Yeah. Well, we've ragged on Intel a lot, and I could have went with an article that there is another Intel vulnerability. This one's not fixable by Intel, but it affects all their chips up until the 10th generation, the new ones. But you actually have to have physical contact with the machine. So how much of a threat really is that?
No.
Not really.
That's fucking James Bond falls through my skylight here behind us. I don't think it's an issue.
Right. And that's why I touch on it, but let it go.
AMD CPUs are vulnerable.
Yeah. Now, this is the prediction engine inside the chips that try and predict what the next what the next command is going to be. That way it runs faster. And they just inject them in the middle. Same thing as Spectre and Meltdown.
Pretty soon your PC will be able to game for you.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about... this is another thing that's what I call a brand. All right? Yahoo launches its own unlimited data plan for $40 a month. Unlimited talk, text, and data for $40 a month.
Fuck Yahoo.
Who owns Yahoo?
I don't know, some Yahoo.
Verizon.
Fuck Yahoo.
So
Double fuck Yahoo. Right in the ass.
So guess
With a red hot poker. Fuck them.
So guess who the service is through? Guess who ultimately you're giving your money to is Verizon.
Yeah.
So we have, just say we have brands. We don't have competitors really. Anybody starts to be a competitor, they buy them out. Big guy buys.
Well, that's the way it's going.
Yep. Now, I live in Ohio. You live in PA. I live around Lordstown. Now, if you remember, GM pulled out of Lordstown last year. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. Well, they had a GM plant that made cobalt.
Yeah.
Out of Lordstown.
I'm pretty sure I drove past that fucking plant before.
Big, huge plant. Yeah, you probably have.
Got a big cobalt on the side of the building.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yep, that was the building.
Yeah, I drove past it.
Well, they left, and another company, Wheelhorse, came in, and these guys are going to try and build a electric truck. How nice does that look, though? I mean, that's a good conception, but
All right. I already like this guy better than Elon. That's a good looking truck versus what they were trying to, what this cyber truck is. Doesn't even look like a fucking truck. They shouldn't even be able to call it a truck.
well, guess what?
Fucking El Camino of the fucking EV world.
Here you just so the truck kind of shoves you down, and then see an Elon.
Yeah, not yeah.
Kind of
I'm
gets.
I'm at quarter mass right now.
Okay. But they're looking at opening a plant in the U.S. I mean, that's always good. You know, even though I think I think they took that thing from the DeLorean. I think that was their inspiration for that thing.
They should have left the DeLorean to hold that title.
Yeah, they should have. You're familiar with Hue lights
No.
or Hughes lights? Hue.
HUE?
Philips Hue lights.
Philips?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Philips.
Philips has these Hue lights. They change color. You can brighten them, dim them from your phone, from an app, blah blah blah, or for part of your smart home.
Right.
Well, guess what? The first bridge that allowed the communication isn't going to work anymore for these lights. You have to get the second gen bridge if you want to continue to use. This only affects digital assistants, Siri, Alexa. Everybody's devices just probably went off. Sorry, but they don't need to discontinue this. They could have this continue to work without an issue, but guess what? They probably collect more data the other way.
Right.
But to our next story, Corona offers $15 million to help change coronavirus name to Bud Light virus. According to this article, though, it's fake news. But you know what?
According to this article, they couldn't even read the fucking headline, and they had it listed as 10 million.
Well, offers $10 million to change name. Coronavirus is literally anything else.
In the headline,
And
they have a
an
picture of what
extra-
they saw. It says 15 million. How good is their fact checking?
And an extra $15 million to change it to Bud Light. But it was all a joke.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Sure it was.
Regardless of that being a joke, that is still hilarious. I still
Yeah,
found
I found it funny. I found it funny. It was meme worthy.
Oh, absolutely. It was still funny as fuck. Speaking of meme worthy, how would you like to be on the international space? Speaking of drinking beer, NASA upgrading International Space Station system that turns astronaut pee into drinking water.
No, thank you.
Well,
It's all in the water anyway. I mean, we're consuming urine every time we drink anything.
Well, I mean, they can't bring them water like every month. They have to be able to use the water that's already up there, so they have to purify it.
Same thing here on Earth.
Yeah, but with them, they only have one plant, and that's that goes down, they're done. But I thought this one was cool because we've talked about cryptocurrency. I think I've successfully dissuaded you from doing it. A New York power plant is mining $50,000 worth of Bitcoin every day. And that's from their waste electricity. Electricity is not going to get used, so they just generate Bitcoin with it. Do you think that's going to equate to lower energy costs for anybody in New York?
Of course not.
Yeah, of course not. There's just more money to line in their pockets. No, Calbrick says no. Now, you said your kids have been home from school for 3 days now?
3, yeah.
There we go. If the schools want, hopefully they don't, get their idea from this. Wuhan students tried to boot remote learning app from the App Store by leaving bad reviews. So the app that these kids are using to still attend school.
I read this article a week ago.
Well, we put
Well, someone like it, yeah.
yeah. So what they did is they review bombed it, gave it 1-star reviews, hoping to get it taken off the store. So guess what?
Did it work though? Did they get it?
No, yeah, it didn't work. There's stuff. I mean, you gotta admit that's something a kid would do.
Yeah.
Your kids would do it. My son would have done that. I would have done that. You probably would have. You would have done that, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't have downloaded the fucking app to start with. I'd have failed that course.
Well, how much of a chubby do you get for this? This grill gun. Gas torch to light your charcoal in as little as 60 seconds. It's like a mini blowtorch. How does that take 60 seconds to light a grill?
I don't know.
I didn't understand it. That thing looks pretty wicked, though.
Just use a regular fucking acetylene torch that you use for plumbing.
Now, I introduced you to not the videos, but I told you about mukbangers.
Yes.
And you were
I
like,
assume this is why you were asking me if I had heard of it before, which I hadn't.
yeah, and I thought it was funny that you never delved into this. The race to eat Bangkok's biggest burger, a 10,000 calorie challenge. What mukbangers do is they'll have food like this. I mean, look how huge that. Oh, look at Calibrix. Look at this guy.
He said easy.
Easy. He's up for it. You have to eat that whole thing. 13 pounds. Patty. Covered with fried onion rings, bacon, and mayonnaise. They'll give you $330, which is, in U.S. dollars. I ate a whole pizza. This is bigger than a pizza. This is more like 10 pizzas stacked one on top of another. But you have 9 minutes to eat it.
Caliber still says easy. I'll take your word for it, buddy. I'm not even going to try that.
Yeah, you're a better man than I am. But I thought that was pretty funny. But here's you want innovation? Here we go. How would you like Philippine students turn littered dog poo into bricks that you build your house with?
That's disgusting.
That's kind of what I thought. That's kind of what I thought about that one.
Well, whatever just happened to using mud.
I guess it's more prevalent. But we were talking. I think it was after the stream. We talked about this. Twitch suspends streamer for discharging a firearm on the air.
Yep.
This guy
suspends or bans?
Well, a ban is indefinite suspension, or they banned him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they say he still doesn't know how long it is. I mean, I will give him this. He owned up to his mistake.
Yeah.
And apologized for it. Said he shouldn't have done it to begin with. Sore Carl. I forget what game he was part of, gaming community.
Is that some team or something?
SOAR, SOAR. That's the team. He used to be on FaZe Clan.
Okay.
And he quit them and went with SOAR. Yeah, they dropped him as well. I mean, this guy pretty much, he's done as far as like, maybe he'll move to Mixer.
Maybe.
But I forget. Yeah, I was talking. We were talking about that, and I asked you if you've ever heard of a streamer named Bad Bunny, and you said, "What the fuck?" No. So, uh, you see her there. That's Bad Bunny. And I want your reaction to what she has to say here. Now, she's going to repeat herself a couple times. It's the way I edited it. But just go ahead. Oh, I want to thank, I need to say this. I want to thank GG Reloaded and ItsAGundum. They stream. GG Reloaded is a YouTuber. ItsAGundum streams on Twitch and posts videos on YouTube. I want to give those guys a shout out because they both gave me permission to put this together because I could only get it from their footage. So, you ready?
Yep, I got the volume on.
Okay, here we go.
It's easy for you now, but it's the journey that is hard. What did I just say? What did I just fucking say, dumb nuts? What did I just fucking say? I literally just said, you won't understand the unique difficulties of this job unless you experience it yourself. And then you're like, well, no, your job's easy for you now. What did I just, are you fucking dumb? How are you this fucking stupid? There's people that show up and they're like, tell me that streaming as a job is like so fucking easy. And like, I should feel so, like, I'm getting free money for just sitting here being pretty or something. I'm getting free money for just sitting here being pretty or something. There's people that show up and they're like, tell me that streaming as a job is like so fucking easy. And like, I should feel so, like, I'm getting free money for just sitting here being pretty or something. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, I could do what you're doing. Easy. And like, and then I'm like, why don't you do it? Like, oh, because I have all these excuses, but you just have it so easy. And she just sits here on her ass, looking like a little cute something or other, making money for looking like barely fuckable. Struggles of streaming are very unique to streaming, and you can't understand them if you're just looking at it from the outset. Not that streaming is the most difficult thing in the world. I am not going to make that argument.
So, what do you think about that?
I think she's a disgusting piece of shit.
It's not going to get better. You did construction.
Yeah.
And streamed. Which was the harder of those two things?
That's a rhetorical question. Right?
I know,
I'll
but
let you answer that.
Yeah, I know. And she's acting like it's so hard for do what she does.
Yeah.
Now, here's that's just not that part.
Oh, you've got more to this?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this free entertainment. Like, how do you think free entertainment is available to you? It's because other people actually provide money so you can be a cheap ass. That's it. Other people provide money because they're generous and they see like a thing that they want to support, a form of entertainment they want to support, and then you leech. But that's the reality of it, period.
I want to pause this here because I want to point out, what do you see behind her?
A DS racing chair?
No, behind her, YouTube, right? She's watching YouTube videos, right?
I guess, yeah. She's leeching off of fucking other content creators. What is that what she's doing? She's commenting on other shit?
And she's running...
Being a leech.
2 ad blockers. Not 1 ad blocker. 2 ad blockers.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's continue.
Period. If you're watching Twitch as a non-donating, non-sub, you are leeching. Poor. Wasn't trying to harass. I'll stay quiet. No. Nerdiful. You're not listening. You're getting defensive. I'm saying that if you're going to constantly tell the streamer to look up things on your behalf because you personally want the streamer to do things for you, first of all, that's not a thing that you should be doing in a stream because it's just kind of rude. If you're thinking that we have this type of relationship in which I do your bidding for you, and the fact that you haven't invested $4.99 in me because I do this full time, and I'm sure you know that by now, it says something about you as a person. Some of you need to fucking know your role and stop trying to make me feel guilty for like not wanting to be demanded of things or commanded. Hey, weird request, but is it possible? Holy shit. I literally am just fucking done talking about how I don't want you guys to tell me what to like fucking click shit. And you fucking recommend your shitty fucking music? Go fuck yourself. Holy shit. I'm like,
She's a twat, man.
Yeah.
Because they show up, they hear a person expressing some real feelings, and they go, I don't really care because I want you to promote my SoundCloud or some bullshit. Go fuck yourself, man. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. We don't owe you anything. Okay, then we can just ban you. Go away. Of course, if you can't afford to sub, it's like fine. If you can't afford to donate to streamers, it's fine.
How about that
The idea
backpedal?
like, you expect that streamers work for free and obey every one of your commands, or else it's rude and I can't believe you're expecting and blah blah blah. Like, how are you consuming this free entertainment? Is this the reality of it? You're getting free stuff that you didn't pay for, that other people paid for, so you have the opportunity to watch it. You don't know these people, you're not thanking them, you're just using that shit, and then you're feeling entitled to it. Like, we don't have to fucking do anything for you. Yeah, I know you don't have to, but then why are you here? Why are you watching my fucking stream? If you like have this attitude of like no one owes you anything, that means that you think that this content doesn't need to be on the internet. And if you don't think this content needs to be on the internet, that's fine, but why are you watching my stream? Like, this is a fucking stupid, hypocritical fucking mindset you have to hold. And very entitled, if I may be so bold. When you take something, when you're taking a product, you're taking something, you are now engaging in a transaction of sorts. You're showing up to a stream and you're watching the content. So now you are now taking in something that you didn't have to, but you're voluntarily engaging in. So if you're voluntarily engaging in things,
Bitch, they're giving you their time.
And then you get upset at the idea that this shit doesn't happen for free.
Tell me, Bad Bunny, how does this shit not happen for free? The only thing that I've invested in is my computer, and that computer does a lot more than stream to Twitch. Okay? For me, this job is so hard. How hard is it to press start streaming? How hard is that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, and you know what? You know, people watch ads. You know, she's a partner. This is a Twitch partner. Okay? So she makes more money than you or I do when people watch an ad, when they go to her stream.
Yeah, they should just pull her fucking partnership.
But wait.
It's just toxic.
That is not the newest thing from this chick.
Fuck, I'm tired of looking at her ugly face.
How I need subs to keep the stream going. There are I have a wall of non-subs. This is fucking actually really heartbreaking. Because it's like people just really they really don't respect me as a content creator. If you really, truly can't afford $5 a month to support the stream, fine. I just think that a lot of people say that and they're fucking liars. Yeah, oh my god! Rory, thanks.
Somebody stop.
I'm your friend if you donate. That's the rule here. No friends unless money. Chat. I haven't got a donation.
Oh yeah, I can't watch this anymore.
For an hour.
No, well, look at the expressions on the guys that she's doing this with.
For an hour.
Look at their expressions. They're like, oh God, why are we here? I mean, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Why would anybody even just... yeah. No, I'm good. I muted it. I don't want to hear her anymore.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But
I don't understand why anybody would give her the time of day.
I don't either.
You just did. Fuck that. I wouldn't even have her on this fucking channel. No way, no how.
Well, we didn't, really. Because what I did is edit that video from videos from guys who did from YouTube.
Yeah, I would be just fine not knowing that human piece of garbage existed.
You ain't the only one.
Disgusting. That's just disgusting to me.
Well, she's the thing that got me was she's trying to say how, you know, like, it's what she does is she'll sit there, she'll watch YouTube videos and react to them. It's what she does. It's part
That's
of
cool.
I should say that's part of what she does. So of course people are going to come into your chat and they're going to say, "Hey, check this out. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't, but you can react to it." Giving you ideas, helping you out. But no, she's taking it like she's being commanded, and she has this entitlement attitude that she's entitled to your money because you're watching her stream. How are you? I'm a content creator. No, you're not. You're a streamer, bitch.
Yeah.
And you're half-baked one at that.
Yeah. Oh, good for her. I don't. Yeah, doesn't do anything for me.
Nope. So how did that half chub go? Right.
I would. Yeah, I just lost it. I would have had a better evening not knowing she existed.
Oh, just became an innie now, did you?
Yep. Indeed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of Twitch, that has been our show. I OBS crashed. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. Knock on wood. Hopefully that never happens again. But I'll try Streamlabs. I have it, so and I'm sure I can.
Poured everything over.
Yeah,
It should. Did it for me.
Yeah, it should import everything over without an issue. But that's our articles for today. I was actually hoping that kind of Bad Bunny would be a little bit funny, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm watching it.
No, not funny.
I mean, could you imagine being in her... I'm surprised she still is a partner. I'm surprised that people haven't, like, I don't want to watch this. F that.
Apparently people buy into that.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do, just rage at our audience.
Nah, never gonna happen.
No. But now you guys have had your tech news for the week, and you're good till you see us again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm George. This is our show, Talking Tech, and this is
Todd, see you guys.
Love you all. See you all next week. Bye.
Cheers. Later, Callie.